Welcome back, guys, to Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, where the defense now begins on this side with Maud looking to defend against a billion people with 22 energy currently. He has, of course, the potential to block 8 attacks, depending on what goes on with a hammer guy about to die. To his hands, we have ourselves a javelin guy here, who I thought was definitely going to attack Neth. Then I went over him and realized Leanne is in big trouble if the guy climbs there. With Leanne unable to attack, we are in massive trouble here because she's unlikely to dodge. With that kind of speed, she'll definitely be doubled. She's going to die. I think I've come up with a solution, but it all depends on, well, first of all, Har breaking through quite nicely. So first of all, let us break down one guy and see if he can dodge that climb. Stop them coming. That is what we need. So, of course, he can move after the attack. We'll take out one. And then we will push. All the way across the board to block it. I'm so glad when I end episodes that I look around. Because otherwise, I'm screwed. If I was doing that in the middle of gameplay, I would have never noticed and Leanne would have died. Whew, I'm getting lucky with my timings of ends of episodes. So really then, this guy should attack either Har, because he's defenseless, or Elincia, or Maud, you never know. It depends who he would go for. I imagine he'll probably go for Elincia out of the lot, due to defense ratings, but I hope he doesn't go for the person I need to keep charges on. In the meantime, Lef, I think it's time for you to begin some more of an advance. Now you can get attacked and hurt back, but we're hoping for super dodging. Har can come back next turn as well. We just kind of need to advance a bit more on this side and be able to take these guys down. Brom could hand axe this guy, but to be honest, I'd rather have him once again heal up and get ready to go to the right extreme front line. With Neolucci probably about to charge up fully as well, and Heather behind, who wants to do some stuff, but probably won't be able to. Now it's time to cross our fingers and watch Maud's defense. Bow guns are back in the frame. What we'd kind of hope is that you dodge, madame, but it's very unlikely, so let us just fingers crossed. Because this side is going to be in right panic next time. In fact, it's probably going to be retreating upon Brom now that Har has disappeared. This side is still our main panic because it is essentially the feed from the middle and the left-hand side. Maud starts his battle. Moving Har over to this side, in fact, was probably the best idea because it gives us yet another person to attack. We have double attacks next time now that Leanne is out. So that is brilliant. Now, is Hand Axe Guy? Yes, it is. I don't know why he's faster than Javelin Guy, but still. No damage. Take some charge. Olivia Grass, probably used again, is probably what we're going to do. The healer moved there! No melee can hit Maud. At this point in time, I should just be able to stand there, and nothing bad will happen. I could even leave that healer there, in some senses. I don't know, though. Is that what we really want to do? Right then, Left. Time to finish off that one you started on. I like that, actually. That result worked out brilliantly. The healer didn't bother to heal him. Just means that we've got one less troop to deal with. Alright, so going for Elincia indeed, who has a fairly high dodge rating, and will heal that up anyway. So that's all good. We have Neff again next turn to take that guy down. The healer also walked to there? Why do they keep doing this? What is wrong with their AI? I'm quite happy with you standing there. Don't you understand that? It's too bad I can't move Maud back in and out again. I kind of want to attack all these, but the only way I can do that mainly is by a range. Right, so we've got Hand Axe, Wind Edge, Elf Thunder, Strong Great Hands. There is 10 potential sources of attacks. If I use this again, will I be fine? think that's probably the best way of me going about doing things. Do you know what? I've got a plan. I've got a plan! Who'd have thought? But still, and it mainly involves certain people nuking over from the edges, and it's not her. It is definitely these guys. Marcia and Olincia. Now, this guy is going to be a little bit harder to take out, however, so we're going to drop down here. Steel axe him to death. I know we can short axe him from up here as well. And that means he doesn't even have the slightest chance of dealing any damage back, but to be honest, I don't think he has anyway. Let's go for the steel axe. Even cancelled his attack. Not that he could have done anything. Still in a good position, he says, trying to convince himself of this factoid. Right, now we can obviously be attacked from this side as well, so we're going to block here for the time being. Let's block a little further back. So that goes to there. There are a couple troops that can attack him. But that's Har, of course, we're talking about. Of course, I could even send you in here. This is the problem now. How do we enable the rest of this? Well, one of which is to get the double attack over and finish off this person here. This will then allow other people to get into range with Maud. We need to hit both of these, by the way. I know this seems a bit weird because, of course, I'm taking what is essentially blocking so many attacks coming onto Maud. But there is a reason behind the madness, and that is because, of course, I can amity maybe one or two of these down. So I should probably go for the ranged guys, to be honest. You see, this is a pretty good option, all in all. So let us go for... Well, neither of them does fine for me. We're taking out the ranged option, so Mordecai only has to deal with melee, and he can possibly take down the whole lot next turn. Because not only will we be taking down at least this guy, but we will be taking out one extra as well once she gets rejuvenated again. To here. Right, so I'm wondering if Marcia has the power to take any of these on, and to be honest, it's probably yet again another one of the ranged guys as the option for destruction. It's now just wondering if Har's going to survive everything, isn't it? But to be honest, if we put Brom in the firing line, they should attack Brom. And that's what we're hoping for. And back you go, because you're about to get revived over there. So, we can't canter with Lef, of course. So one of our options involves us taking out this first healer and then sending you to the front. We also have, of course, the powerful Neolucci who can move in, but we don't want to put him anywhere near the bowgun guy. The bowgun guy has to go down before Neolucci can really shine. This would have been nice if, you know, you could have got there. That is also an option. I don't think Lef has enough charges to go. If the bowgun guy went down, I could then put Neolucci into a nice position. So we've got a poleaxe, a steel lance, an iron great lance, and a steel great lance. It works out either way, to be honest. You can only be attacked by the bowgun guy, can't you? And he's not going to do crazy damage to Junior Lagoon's form. Well, good try there, Mend guy. Farewell. Where's the guy I'm supposed to steal stuff from again? Nullify there. Okay. So now, essentially, you can move up. And you won't be able to take one of them down this turn. But you can at least do something. So it's like we can see that he'll be attacked by multiple sources, but he should stay up regardless due to his HP. Only 2 damage can be dealt there. So as long as we keep Neolucci out of it at the moment, we're okay. Especially with that nice hit. Bowgun will probably choose to attack left in the end anyway, because of range. Weapon level up isn't bad. To be honest, it can attack Heather as well. What I'm wondering is, let's move you to here. You can attack Heather, but Heather can attack back as well. So maybe it's kind of good to leave Heather attackable, or not. No one else can throw anything at her, so let's just leave Heather here, see what happens. And then get to the next part of our plan. Because this will make sure that we can get rid of the ranged guys attacking Maud, so Maud can go to work. Marcia might even be able to take out... You know what? Move back a bit more. Safety is our main option with you, isn't it? So everyone should attack Brom over Har due to defense values. That is right in my way of thinking. This is one of the most... I think this map I've had to think more than I ever did with the final level of thingy. Of Path of Radiance. So that's crazy in itself. Right, first of all, of course, we got to take out this one. Because he's got the hand axe. We're not allowing ranged attacks to attack, are we? We want every bit of Mordecai's charge to be used properly. And this is probably the best way to do it. So back to here you go. That'll be fine. Not in range of the bowgun guy after all, so everything's okay. Steel poleaxe guy is probably the most worrying one of the lot. And then we have the chance of, well, we can see that we've got one range guy down there. Probably the best bet, considering we can double with it, is to attack you and hope to critical. The tide is turning, wouldn't you say? Everything looks a lot better than it was a second ago. So there is, of course, one javelin guy there who will probably attack Maud. We've got Khalil in the background, but she's not going to be able to do much. So what we do is we wait, and now, to be honest, we will actually have a clear path to Ludwig after the turn. So yeah, expected attack. Neolucci's not going to like you in a second, though. That did transform her, though, however, which is not so good for me. But we are expecting attacks to come here. Now, of course, that means the attacks are actually going to go for Har in general. So Har's defense has now got a hold. You'll see what I mean in a second. But I think it will, no problem. 24 defense means he doesn't take much anyway. And if Har doesn't double them, it gives someone for Neff or Khalil to take down next turn as well. Splits the troops a little bit. We're a little bit better off for it. Now this Great Lance, however, Poleaxe even, was always going to be the main trouble. Not double capable. But the enemy troops have been thinned immensely. You're not going to double this guy, are you? Even though we wanted you to take out everyone this turn. The likelihood of that became nil. It's fine though, because we can follow up on what we just did. employ again, especially because they moved and just allowed us attack angles. They're thinning their own troops, that's all we need. Oh, they just disallowed attack angles again. Valencia heals as well, so... Of course, we have options here to do nothing whatsoever, because these guys have enough speed to be able to take everything, unless we can take down that first one on the lot. You're kidding me. 1 damage off. It'd been beautiful if we'd managed it. That said, though, we still have the option of taking out another one, I guess. So here we go. Khalil actually does some damage. Apart from the meteors she laid out originally. The only problem is we don't have the gap to attack through that we had before, but we can use these two to do more damage this time. We can even restore Mordecai and then use him to attack again. Right, so let's just check here. Venom Edge, Bowgun. This Bowgun guy is yet another worry, yet again. First of all, however, we're looking to see if we can take you down in one go. Well, it looks kind of risky. Do you know what? The best person for the job is probably her. Even though she could go down. Let's attack. See how it goes apart from this. Well, never doubt Ha is what we learned. Ha could really use some healing. Isn't really going to get it anytime soon, is he? One chance we have, or one option we have, is to heal up Ha with Valencia, but to be honest, I think I'll retreat him for the time being. We can see ranges here. This is what we're playing with on this side. So Khalil is unattackable. That is quite a lovely thing. Right, apart from that, finally going to work once again. Javelin will not work. So we need to get, of course, these two in yet again. So the best thing we can do is Fang and open up the way. Ah, Khalil's in my way. So he's got 5 attacks. There are, or received a silver grain lance. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential attackers, 8 potential attackers, of which we can see if we can take some of these out of the equation. Using the same strategy as last time to go dip in and out and in and out. I think, to be honest, you'd move there and then move back to there. I think that works for me. Do you know what? First, Neff. Why I say first Neff? Right, so that can go there. Bowgun can attack to there. I think Neff going to here. And blocking the attacks from behind is probably a good idea. Yep. So, if Neff goes to here as a defensive option for Mordecai from behind. Wait, what does this guy have? A longbow? You had to be kidding. Right, so if Neff goes to here as a defensive option then. Of course, I'll attack Neff over Mordecai, who's got a ton more defense. It now means that I can definitely get Marcia back and forth. So, it is the Killer Lance yet again. Hopefully not getting hit in the meantime. Critical! No, you got hit! You didn't take him down. Alright, so if I move you to there for the time being. And of course you have to take out... It's the ranged guy we don't really want around after all. Let's take out Steel Great Lance guy here. Chop by chop after all. And we even get the stun on. Which actually finished him off without reply. Brilliant. Amity's just too good though. It charges through. We move you back here, and Leanne can do her magic again next episode. Nearly that side is taken out. We're halfway through. We still have more moves to take after all, so we'll tune in next time and see how we keep on defending. I'll see you then in this highly strategic battle. Bye-bye.